Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to La Prince World Academy. My name is Prince Kilowe, and today we're going to look at the market as a price action trader. I don't know if my screen is showing. I wish guys, if you can see my screen, can you type 111? If you can see my screen, can you type 111? If you can see my screen, can you type 111? All right, good. Okay. Thank you. So this is V100. So let's see how to analyze the market. First of all, let me remove all these things. Let me remove all these things, all of them. The V100, remove everything. All right. So this is a plain chart. Now, the first thing you want to do anytime you see a market like this to open to open the chart, all right, and know where is this market going to. Is this market a downtrend or an uptrend? That's what you want to know. And you're opening the chart with a higher time frame, like the daily time frame. Now, if you look at this market, I sold this market and I made a lot of money from this market. I sold it from here. I left it around here because of this. So now, when you look at the market like this, the first you want to do is this market an uptrend or a downtrend? Obviously, this market is an uptrend. How do I know? Remember, an uptrend is when price makes series of higher highs. Price makes series of higher high and higher lows. So this is an uptrend. Now, you can also see something here. This is called double top. The reason why when I took the trade, I saw this double top. I said, okay. And if you see double top, it's the same thing with what happened here. Remember, price is history. Always remember that price is, they repeat these patterns all the time. So that's why it is very important that you map out these key turning points, key levels, key trend lines, key support levels before you place a trade. So this is daily time frame. This place here, when you see something like this, let's say we have not seen this thing. This is have not occurred then. When you see something like this on a chart, this place is a very good signal. Yeah, it's a signal for a sell. Why? Market did double top. And when market do that double top on a daily time frame, is a sell signal. So there are two ways you can sell here. One is once price get to this level, you sell, but that one is very risky most of the time because sometimes the market will take it out first. Except you want to wait for the market to give a week, like something like this. Because most time market will do something like this. So it's better you wait for market to break out of this zone and then wait for that sell to happen. Otherwise, as you see a market that this is a downtrend, an uptrend rather, and when you draw your trend line, an uptrend like this, also draw your channel. Yeah. How do you now know if this market is going to buy or sell? For you to wait for buy opportunities, price has to come down here. Yeah. When price come down to this key, because this is daily time frame, remember, price has been respecting this time trend line. So when price gets here, that's when you think about buying the market. Because right now, the market is doing pullback. Please, sir, can you change the color? The color to what? I don't understand. Color about, please, which color are you talking about, please? So now, this trade If you want to, if you see something like this, a double top like this, a double top like this, number one is you can place a trade here, but allow it to fake breaker to happen first. That is trading from the zone. It pays as well. Trading from the zone. I've traded a lot of times from the zone, but I do trend line trading and also do trading from the zone. Now, if you want to wait for breakout and retest, because of this up movement, you can put your trend line from here. All right. When you put your trend line from here, what are you waiting for? You are waiting for price to break out of this movement to this place. But the best, when you see a double top on a daily time frame, how can you determine when to take trade? That's what I'm teaching right now. Please, people should not ask questions while I'm teaching. When I'm done with the teaching, you can ask questions, okay? Now, when you see a market like this, that you have used daily time frame, you must use daily time frame to see these coins. These are the only places you make trading decisions. All year, not in the middle. If you trade in the middle, it's very risky. All right, you don't trade in the middle. This is for daily time frame. So for you to take this sell here that happened, two ways. The first way is to take it from here because it is a double top. You have seen that when you have anytime you see double top like this, market touch a place, then come down a little bit, and then still went back to touch that same zone. It did not break that zone on a daily time frame. That is a very strong signal for sell. You can sell here, you will still make profit. But if you want to be a little bit conservative, you don't want to sell here because sometimes if you sell here, market may give you a week. Fake breakout may happen, except you have to wait for that fake breakout. But if you sell here, you can still make profit. But if you want to sell here, you can draw this line now. This one, this counter trend line now. All right. What are you waiting for? You're waiting for price to break out because there was a movement here. Now, why are we thinking about selling this market here? We are thinking about selling this market here because of what market is a swing. When market go up like this, it goes up and down before coming down to this place. Market will not just go straight, boom, no. But in this scenario, this was the last high. It didn't take the last high. It came back again to test that place. That's a sell signal. When you see something like this, a sell signal. So you can wait for market to break out of this your line, this your trend line, and retest. So let's go to 4 hours time frame. So you have to break it to different time frames. Right? Now, something like this. If you miss the sell here, if you're not selling here, because this market obviously like this is still an option, though double top is a signal for a sell. Very good signal for a sell, especially on a higher time frame. So when price break through this particular place, you see, like here is 4 hours time frame, price will break here and then come back to retest this zone. That is when you say, okay, let me trigger my sell. That time you are watching the market perhaps with a lower time frame. Let's see when the market breaks through here. When you see a market breaking here like this, is a sell signal. But market break like this, all right, is a sell. Let me go to 15 minutes. Sometimes when the market break like this, it will go back to the initial um, as the initial trend line. As in when you break like this, to go back inside the trend inside here. So when you see something like that and you see rejection from here, you can even sell. As far as it has broken this place, push back to the inside, back to the trend line, and then you see rejections coming. That's when you can sometimes use your small trend line from here. But this trend line is not forming yet. But you can start using these ones from here. All right, you can draw even your trend like this. So if you had drawn something like this, as price break through this your overall trend line, retest here, that is a signal. Or as price break came down a little, came down very well and come back to retest here again. Remember, the retest is not a straight line. Retest is not a straight line. Let you understand. It's not a straight line. It's a zone. So let me just put it on the line. All right. So you see that price broke out, came back to retest. So if you also see that price break through here a little bit, then sometimes it will come back inside the trend, inside the uptrend, and then rejection start happening. If you see that again, that's sometimes to trick some people that the market wants to continue to the upside. I've seen a lot of time it works. You can see sell when you see something rejection like this happen after breakout, came back inside the trend, and then you see rejections. You can see sell. So when you see a market like this coming back to retest your zone, yeah, see this trend line, you can shift your trend line at that point to accommodate this. So this is where you place all your sell here. You place your cells there, your stop loss will be above. Your stop loss will be above. You place all your cells here. As market just come back to retest this zone, that time you can even go back to 1 minute time frame to see rejection candlestick, because sometimes it may just be coming with force. But as the market is approaching that zone, just be monitoring how the market is approaching. If it is 5 minutes time frame, are the candlesticks strong, or are they big? Are they weak? Are they coming weaker, or are they getting strong? You see that the candlestick are not strong enough but they manage to get to this place. Sometimes even with force, when they get to this place, this is where you place sell, because it's a change of trend. It means that the market is no longer up, or for the case of this particular market, this is 4 hours time frame. It has broken the 4-hour time frame to retest here. It means that the market is coming down here it's a pullback happening. So you can take advantage of the short sell from here. This is daily time frame. If you sell here and market come to this trend line, you've made quite a lot of money, especially if you are using good lot sizes. So even if it's just here and market just give you like 2-3 candlesticks, it's a lot of money. You're using very good lot sizes. So spot out. Once you sell like that, you will now think about where will I take my profit? Where will I take my profit? That is another issue. Because one thing is to sell, another thing is to know where to take your profit. Now, where will I take my profit? You go to a higher time frame to see, like here, the reason why your stop loss is here because this was the last touch. This was the touch. So above here, if you see rejections happening here, you place a sell, you put your stop above here. And then your next day profit should be the next zone. Maybe as you're selling here, that's okay. I want to take my profit here. All right, or here. But this is a trending market. This is a trending market. It's overall obvious that the market is an uptrend. Your take profit can even be here. Here, if you sell here, Your take profit can even be here because that is the line the market is respecting, this trend line. Except you just want to scalp, all right? You just want to scalp. If you see rejection happening, that's when you scalp out. Like this kind of thing now. All right. Otherwise, the best place to take your profit is this near, not on the trend line go, but near before you get to this place, take your profit because of this massive buy. But market may just come to this up and then reverse it back and take these highs and continue on the uptrend until it breaks through this particular trend line and retest. Before we say this market is now an uptrend, a downtrend, it means that the market has to break here like this, all right? And then it will retest. When this happens, you will know that this market has gone, the sellers are now fully in the market. But for now, market is still an uptrend. But what we are selling, if we have to sell, is the pullback. You can sell in an uptrend. You can even buy in a downtrend, but you need to know why you're buying. Like here, like I said before, this double top was a very strong indication that the market will sell for a while. All right. So let's think about let's see V100. Now look at V100 as well. Let me remove everything. First of all, let it be on a daily time frame. I saw this V1, I bought this V100 and I made quite a lot of money from this trade as well. When I sold this market, I sold it from here because I saw a rejection from here. When you see a market respecting a zone, like when you come back, when you see that market, there was a zone here. A zone is where market has touched and bounced back repeatedly. That is a zone. So you have to map out, like now, when you see this market on a daily time frame, you should map up this. So that next time when you are placing a trade and price is approaching here, let's say you are buying from the down and price is approaching here, you know that there may be a rejection here. All right. So the market got to this point and I saw a lot of rejections and I bought. And I bought this place. But another way to buy when the market is on this zone, you have to draw your trend line. One way is to buy from here. That pays as well. But because of this downtrend, because of this downtrend, because of this downtrend, you want to draw your trend line to accommodate this sell. So let's say you have something like this. Okay. Now you're looking for an entry. Because of this, now this has happened. So for you to buy this market now, for this market to be this was a fake breaker, you see, for this market to be a buy. So when you see a fake breaker, what you do is just accommodate it like this. Because if market did not go to the upside, it's a fake breaker. This is a trend line on a 4 hours time frame. This was a trend line, but there was a fake breaker. So once you see a fake breaker, you just accommodate it as part of your trend line. Now, for us to buy this market now is when the market breaks through this trend line. It will break through it. Yeah, it will do this. All right. When the market breaks through this trend line, as this market is now, and retests, that's when we'll think about buying this market. For now, the sellers are still strong. Sellers are still strong. The sellers are still strong. So we are not doing anything to this market for now. We are not buying. Maybe if you look for selling opportunities, for instance, price come down to this, your trend line, you can look for opportunities to look for a short sell. But for me, I'm not selling this market until, but this market may likely, but according to the daily time frame, is ranging between these two zones. The market is just ranging right now. It's not trending, it's ranging. It's ranging. So let's watch out. It may come down here. All right. If it comes down here, some persons can still buy here. But for you to be on the safer side, it's good to allow you to break this trend line and retest so that your buys can be safer. Buying here is, it pays sometimes, but it can give you weak. Weak is this long thing. Price behave as if it's going to the upside, but just fake it out and then came down and look at what is happening. So let's wait for the price to, break out of this our trend line and the retest. When that retest happen, you can ask, okay, at the place the retest is happening here, you use like 30 minutes or 15 minutes to be checking it until it gets to that point. Then you now jump on the trade. That's how it works. Oh, we also have another trend here. Also have another trend here. But it's better to work with the 4 hours time frame trend. It's more valid. This trend line with the 4 hours time frame is more valid, so that you have something. When the 4 hours time frame or daily time frame tells you to buy, that's when you have more confidence. So the two of them, 4 hours daily time frame, 1 hour this time frame is telling you to buy or sell, is a good confirmation. Then when you take it back to lower time frame like 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, all of them should agree. Like when this market tries to retest, if it breaks here and retest, that's a confirmation from the 4 hours time frame that this market is about to be buying. You take that into action and it's okay. I'm going to buy. At that time, your stop loss will be below your entry. Right? When you're flipping on your account, you don't even use stop loss. When you're flipping an account, you don't even use stop loss. You don't use it. I don't used to use stop loss most of the time when I'm flipping account. If you are flipping, let's say the market has broken out of this candlestick, has broken out, retested, and you are placing a trade. Once price get to this point, you see with you can even bring that 1 minute time frame to see some rejections happening here. Once you see those rejections happening here, if you take it on the sniper, you just, if you are using stop loss, a stop loss is below here. Then you want to take profit. The next take profit is this zone. The next one is here. The next one is here, because these are touches. So that's how you trade. If price breaks through this zone, it may still come down, but when it's going to be going up, it will break this trend line. When you break this trend line and retest, that is when the buys are finally coming on board. The sellers are gone, the buyers are now in the market, and you look out for the retest and then you buy the market. That's how you trade in a trending market. So I don't know if you have any question based on what I've explained so far. I don't want this video to be too long. I don't know if you are following. Are you getting what I'm saying? Please, if you get what I'm saying, can you type yes, yes, yes? If you got what I said. If you got what I explained so far, can you type yes, yes, yes? If you got what I just said, can you type yes, yes, yes? Okay, good. Good. Apply this principle and see if it doesn't work. It works. Look out for zones. Look out for, double tops, double bottoms. Look out for all these things. Like here is a double top on a higher time frame, double top. It means that this was a sell signal. This one too is a double top. This one was a double bottom. Right, got here. All right. It was a double top. You can see double top. After when you see a double top like this, know that there is a signal of if you miss this, if you're not selling from here, not even miss. Like for this one too, you can decide to so okay, I'm going to draw because of these massive buys. When you see such kind of double top there, got these massive buys. To avoid them, I'm going to do this. What you're doing is you want this market to invalidate these sales, this buy that happened. So you're not relying on the fact that the market is on a zone only. You're not relying on only that one. You're waiting for it to break through this trend line, this massive up now. Let it break it and retest. Once you break this and retest, then you jump on the sell. It happens here, the same thing. All right. When you break your movement, this massive movement up, it breaks it and retest. It's a sell signal. If it breaks it and retest, remember using 4 hours time frame to check this thing. Some of them are being confused about the retest. Retest is when price, it's just a grammar. Retest is when price break through your trend line and then coming back to that same trend line. If price breaks through here with candlestick, all right. If price breaks through here with some candlestick patterns, and then price gradually come back, that time you may be monitoring with, but use 4 hours to determine the trend line. Daily 4 hours, daily candlestick, daily time frame 4 hours. Don't use 30 minutes to determine the trend of the market. When trading support and resistance between day and 4 hours, which does price? All of them price respect. When you are trading support and resistance, always use daily time frame, weekly, to know those are the places that if price respects a zone with the daily time frame, that means that zone is a strong zone. All right. So when price break through this zone like this, and then come back, retest meaning coming back to this same line again. That is what it means by retest. Maybe it's a grammar that does not make you understand. You can call it retracement or pullback. When market come, break a zone and pull back to that same zone. It does a pull back to that same zone. A pull back to that same zone. That shows that the market, all right, has retested that zone. So that is a signal that the market may continue because after it got to that zone and you see some rejection with small time, use 5 minutes, 1 minute to see rejections happening. Once those rejections start happening, you just open your trades. All right. And then your stop loss will not be above the place that, like now, if you reject on this line, your stop loss will not be above a little bit your entry. When you use 5 minutes time frame, you see stop loss. Always use smaller time frame to check your stop loss. All right, like this one now. This one now, price breakthrough here. This is 5 minutes here. Price breakthrough this zone. This was your confirmation candlestick. This one here. You see this price breakthrough here with small candlestick came back again. When this red candlestick form, number one is to allow it to form because it's better to allow it to form. Use 1 minute. Sometimes you allow it to form. Sometimes you just take your trade. Yeah, but when you allow it to form like this, let rejection start seeing rejections happening. Rejections should be happening in either 1 minute or with 5 minutes. Like now, this candlestick is a confirmation. Once you see this candlestick form like this, that shows that the market may likely go down. Because why didn't it pass here? So your stop loss, you are using 5 minutes to know because if you use daily time frame 4 hours, your stop loss will be too big. Your stop loss will not be above this last high. Sometimes you can even keep it here if you have money. If you don't have enough money, Your stop loss can be here, but it will be better here. But here is still okay. It's a sniper entry. As you enter the market don't have to come back again. You just have to start going down. So that's when you open multiple heavy loss sizes. All right. You see how the market start riding down. That's a what. I missed out on step in there yesterday because my buy limit was on D resistance. Level lower is go to my core resistance level and start flying down. Okay. Yeah, when you break trend line, when you break and then come back to retest, the same thing applies to support and resistance. Another way to trade support and resistance is this. When the market gets to a support like this, sometimes the market will go up with a lower time frame, come back to test that same zone. So it's the same thing. When price break your trend line, it will usually come back to test to get to that place again. It's called retest. That's when you now take a trade. If you just break and you place a trade, you may have fake breakout. Fake breakout. Tomorrow we'll talk about fake breakout. But tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow is for beginners. So, guys, let us ask questions. Is there any question you want to ask? Because we've come to the end of the presentation for today. How many of you understood everything I've explained here? How many of you understood here? If you understand what I've explained here, please can you type understood? How many of us understood what I've explained here today? If you understand, if you've understood what I've explained here, can you type understood? Okay. What is that class for? Okay, we'll talk about crypto maybe next week. So understood. Good. Just go and apply them. Know all these key levels. Don't trade without mapping out key levels. Before you even draw your trend line like this, always map out your key levels with daily and weekly. Key levels are what makes you know your trend, you know your stop loss, you know your take profits, you know where price is rejecting. Tomorrow maybe I'll even teach how to draw support and resistance for beginners because most people are still learning how to draw it. Once you learn how to draw support and resistance, once you learn how to draw trend line correctly, that means you have passed 50% of your journey in trading because majority of trades happens on those key levels. All these zones, these are the places you make trading decisions. Any market I see that is buying or selling, the first thing I want to check is that market buying from a key level? It is from that key level, you know whether you're going to draw your trend line to look out for breakout and retest. It is from those key levels. It's not like this market now. The key level is here. All right. If price come back to this level, that is when I will now look for what to do. Am I going to buy or what am I going to do? These are all key levels. These are all key levels. Yeah, it's a lot of zones here. So if price get to this point, if I'm buying from here, the net take profit should be in the net. Is it here or is it going to be another minor zone? If you go to 4 hours time frame too, you also see some zone, but always take advantage of the key. These places are where you look for trade opportunities, buy opportunities from here. Look for breakout and retest. Once price get to this level, the thing you can do is just to say, okay, there was a trend from here. Cross 4 hours is very perfect for drawing your breakout and retest. 4 hours, very very perfect. Daily is to know the direction of the market, but once you want to do breakout and retest with trend line, use 4 hours. Very perfect. Daily is to draw the trend line on a daily time frame to know if this market is ranging or is trending. Like this one now, the market is ranging, it's not trending, it's ranging between these two zones. All right. So when you do go to 4 hours time frame, you can tell it that okay, this market was selling, but it breaks out of this our 4 hours time frame and retest it. You can see the retest happened here. Let me even go back to 1 hour time frame again. You can see that the retest actually happened there. Look at what I was explaining to you. Price from here, It could not pass here. Anytime you see a trending market buy or sell, could not pass the last high, like this low now. It went up but could not pass here. Instead, broke through the trend line. Is a signal. Look at what it broke through here and came back for a retest. Look at where you could have taken your trade here. When this retest happened here, down here is a signal. This candlestick is a signal that price may likely. So you buy from there. Your stop loss is down. Your stop loss from down. You take your sniper from here. Your stop loss here. Your sniper from here. Your stop loss is here. You ride the market. If you want to take profit, the next profit, you can say, okay, if I don't want to be greedy, I take my next profit on this next zone. So if you buy from year to year, you still make some money. But if you want to be aggressive more, you want to make Deriv, you want to make more money from them, you can control emotions and hold it a little bit. You can control emotions and hold it a little bit until price now change direction when it broke through this trend line. When it broke through this trend line and retested, yeah, it broke out, it retested, yeah, was a sell signal. Look at it here, yeah, was a sell signal. Let me even use 4 hours time frame again. Look at it here. When price, well, it was up, right? But it broke through. Anytime price break through your 4 hours time frame trend line, this movement here, this massive movement. If price break through it and retest, just sell that market. Sell that market. Put a stop loss above here. Sell that market. The same thing. Yeah, it broke above the 4 hours time frame and retest is a buy signal. Especially if you are doing this with 4 hours time frame. This drawing your lines with 4 hours time frame. Look at it here again. I want to show another example. Yeah. Look at it here. It's 4 hours. It broke through the 4 hours time frame. All right. Retest happening. As it broke through the 4 hour time frame, you can even draw this. If you miss this breakout, just don't worry, draw something like this. If you miss the breakout, draw something like this. Then don't be using 4 hours again. Go to 15 minutes or even 5 minutes to look for entry. Like now, as you push back here again, you can jump on board on the buy. It rides with you to the up. All right, guys. So even when it's not on its own, I didn't say so. I said price must break your, if price break your trend line and retest, you can buy or sell. Especially when the market, like now, the market is on a zone. So it was better when you are taking it from a zone. It was better when you're taking it on a zone. Like, yeah, so price go to this level is a rejection that happened. All right, a rejection happening because of a zone. These two places are almost the same. So it's a near zone, but they're almost the same. That rejection happening because of this zone. So it means that if it breaks out from this zone here, it's a zone, break out of here and retest, you can take your sell because you make decisions based on the fact that price is on a zone or on a key trend line or breakout and retest a key trend line or a key support and resistance level. All right, guys, this is what we have today. We're going to come back here tomorrow, join the academy, join the trainings, and learn, practice, learn, practice, so that you have result. Practice with demo. Practice with demo. Once you practice with demo, go live. Don't be demo trading forever. Go live. Go live and make money. It is better for you to go live so that you hold on, you control your emotions. You know how to feel. You know, you feel your feelings when you lose would determine how successful you'll be in the business. So go live much more later. All right, guys. Thank you to all of you. I thank you all for coming. And I pray that you keep on coming and keep on learning every day so you can become successful in the business. All of us are going to arrive someday. So let's arrive with this business. Don't give up. Keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. It will click. It will click. All this strategy I'm giving you doesn't mean that you will not have some failures. You will, but someday it will click. Once it click, it has clicked. So, all right, guys. I'll see you again tomorrow. God bless you all. Bye for now.